This video is about psychophysical unity. Psychophysical unity is an important idea in the Alexander technique, and I want us to discuss it right at the beginning of this course because really it's an issue that influences the whole way in which we approach observation of our movement. It's really telling that in Alexander's most seminal work, The Use of the Self, that he doesn't start his seminal work with talking about integration. He doesn't start by talking about movement. He doesn't talk about habit. He doesn't talk about a lot of things that we'd expect him to talk about. The very first thing that Alexander says, and I'm going to read it to you, is he says, "In common with most people, I conceived of body and mind as separate parts of the same organism, and consequently believed that human ills, difficulties, and shortcomings could be classified as either mental or physical, and dealt with on specifically mental or specifically physical lines. My practical experience, however, led me to abandon this point of view, and readers of my books will be aware that the technique described in them is based on the opposite conception, namely, that it's impossible to separate mental and physical processes in any form of human activity." So I'll just say that again. It's impossible to separate mental and physical processes in any form of human activity. So what do you think of that opening gambit by Alexander in his book, The Use of the Self? We're serious about Alexander technique here. You must have a copy of The Use of the Self, and really it's a very, very instructive book. So we'll be using this, referring to this a lot. So this course is called Using Alexander Technique Concepts to Observe a Range of Movements. But when you think about observing a range of movements with our Alexander eyes, what is it that we're looking for? So I'll leave that with you, and we'll talk about that more as we go.